Good morning, everyone. So wonderful to be here. Do you want to sing My Soul is Welcome Here with me? All right, let's do it. Let's stand up. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Sounds great. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place in the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. Woo! My soul is welcome here. Thank you.
Sure.
Good morning. Welcome here on this cold January morning. Welcome, Zoomers, nice and warm in your homes. We welcome all of you, all of us, right? There's so much going on right now, and I almost don't even know what to say, because there's wildfires and there's all kinds of things happening in the world, and then there's whatever is happening inside of us as we react to that and as we process it, and most importantly, as we really connect with who we are, right? Within the apparent changes and sometimes looks like chaos, there's always that inner calm. So I invite each and every one of you to connect with that inner calm within yourself as we embark upon this service this morning together. Thank you.
And if you will repeat after me, I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and complete help.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and complete health.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and abundance.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and abundance.
And so it is.
So it is. Yes. So this is another sing-along. It's kind of a solstice song, but we are in that point of the year where light is returning. And if you want to sing along with me. We're going to just repeat these stanzas 3 times. Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the flame of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. You sound great. Let's do it again. Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the flame of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Her children home. Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the flame of hope alive. Make safer journey through the storm. One planet is turning, circle on her path around the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Earth Mother is calling her children home. Earth Mother is calling her children home.
Just going to do an opening prayer. I have a lot of trouble following the program for some reason, so we're a little out of sequence. It's always nice to do a centering prayer. So I invite you to just center within your physical being, all of us, whether you're here in this room with us or at home with us on Zoom. Take a few breaths, knowing that in that breath is the stillness of the divine. It's moving in me, it's moving around me, it's moving through me, expressing as me, infinitely and always. There is only this divinity, and it is the truth of my being. And I recognize it right here and right now. I see apparent movement in the world, and I know it exists, and it has many appearances, sometimes chaos, sometimes anxiety, many times peace and joy and love. Yet I know the inner truth of my being is the reality of who I am. And I hold that in my heart today, throughout this service, right here and right now. And I recognize it in each of my fellow beings at this service today. We express deep gratitude and appreciation, and so it is.
And now Norman. You're next. That's you. You're good. That was your intro.
Okay. Wildfire by Chillen Harkin. A wildfire came through me today. It seemed at first a crisis. All those precious forests burning down that took so long to grow. So many precious structures dashed. Until I remembered, it's only the belief of the lack of the organism's ability to regrow that causes stress when things break down. Only the fear that things cannot heal makes us overprotect ourselves at the fear of a wound. Rooted beneath the charted surface is so much pulsing vitality, untouched. So much unalterable, irrepressible growth, healing, renewing, life. As sacred as those forests are, as cherished as all those old structures were, it is the life within them that makes them so. And that life is ever abiding, and there's plenty of it. In fact, it breathes for me now. Ah.
There are people who have let their problems of today lead them to conclude that for them life is not the way. But every problem has an answer, and if yours you cannot find, you can talk it over with them. He will give you peace of mind. If you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God. Many of us feel we walk alone without a friend, never communicating with the one who lives within, forgetting all about the one who's never ever let you down. You can talk it over with them, 'cause he's always around. If you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God. He's the only face psychiatrist who's known throughout the world for solving all the problems of men, women, little boys and girls. If you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God. If your load's too much to bear, oh, just go talk to God, she cares. If you feel your life's too hard, oh, Just go have a talk with God. Ooh.
Thank you, Ginger. So, so this is my first talk of 2025, and I had a lot of, I didn't have a lot of clarity, let's say, about what I wanted to come here and talk about this morning. It's always so interesting when I work with Ginger because she knows before I do, and the song just leads me there. But have a talk with God, right? Really two things I want to talk about, and one is our intentions for this coming year. You know, many of us think, you know, when the new year rolls around, we think of what do I want to accomplish in this year? We might set goals for ourselves for 2025. Those of us that are organized in our thinking, I'm not one of them. I don't think that's a bad thing, but we all have different ways of managing our lives. But it's always good to have intentions, right? And what I think about here at CCL is spiritual intentions, right? And how our spiritual intention can really inform our life and the way our life unfolds before us. So that's what I want to talk about. And I'm only going to talk a few minutes today because we're going to do something that CCL has been doing for years. And I don't know that we've done it the past few years, but we invite you to actually write down your intentions for the year. So if you'll notice in your bulletins, there's a piece of paper, and our ushers will have pens available to you if you'd like to use them. And we invite you to really write down your intentions for the year. And there's an envelope there as well, so you can close up your envelope and pass it back to us in the basket, the offertory basket. And our prayer practitioners will pray over those intentions all year long. All right, so you'll have prayer support for your intentions. So you can really think of them as divine intentions, right? So we'll invite you to do that. So the second part of this segment that we call the talk is really about, you know, it's sort of a contemplative session for about 10 minutes, and we'll do that, and I'll just sit back down and hold awareness for all of you to connect with your inner divine and know that you're setting the intentions for yourself that will bring you closer to expressing the divinity within you, whatever that path is for you in the world. Okay, so that's that. I wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, what's going on in our world, because this week we're all so focused on the wildfires in California, and it's been very much on my mind, because we have wildfires here in New Jersey too, don't we? And just a few months ago, we were very focused on them. We may have forgotten about them in the massive conflagrations that we're seeing on TV right now, what's happening in California, but we have them here too. And those of you that are familiar with the ecology of the pinelands know that fire is a natural part of our ecosystem here, and many of the plants in the pinelands really require fire in order for seeds to sprout in the spring, and our fire service manages that so that fires don't get out of control, right? So they intentionally set fires to support the plant growth. But many of these fires have gotten out of control, and it's scary, isn't it? I mean, that's what I'm experiencing, right? Like, my first reaction is, oh my gosh. I mean, I live in Mount Holly, and there was a fire in Lumberton, the next town over from me. It wasn't one of the big, massive fires, but I was feeling this fear. It's, oh my gosh, this is a suburban community. This isn't a forest fire. This is a suburban fire. I could be in danger. Everyone I know could be in danger. What if it spreads? And I think we're all experiencing that right now, even if we're not in California. Many of us have friends and relatives in California. We all know Reverend Catherine and Wayne. They're not immediately in danger right now, but they are experiencing massive power outages and constant vigilance and watchfulness for what's happening around them. So it's a different way to live, to always be in that state of vigilance, right? So how do we manage that in our lives? And for me, it always, always, always comes back to, who am I? I ask myself that question, who am I? Am I this person, this body? Who are you, right? When I look out at your faces, I know most of you personally. You know, are you this body with a name and an occupation and a role in the world? Yes, it's part of who you are. Of course it is. It's part of who I am too. I'm standing here right now as the speaker, but it's not really my truth. It's not your truth either. And I see that in you. I see the divine sitting here in front of me, smiling, right? With beautiful hairstyles and just beautiful faces, right? So that's our truth, even when the world seems chaotic around us. That, for me, is the only safe place in the world, is to go within and to know that I can't control the environment around me. Sometimes I can, a little bit, but most of the time I can't. Certainly can't control the people around me. They do what they do, right? But we can be in a place of acceptance. We can be in a place of peace. And we can do what we can to aid those who are in difficulty right now. And we all know how we can do that. We can give to charitable organizations. We can support our family and our friends who are in crisis. We all can do the worldly things, and those are very, very important. The most important thing we can do is to be ourselves, though, right? And to be at peace, because the world looks like it's in chaos right now, doesn't it? I mean, sometimes it just appears that way. We don't need to take that on. We can be in the peaceful inner presence that is the stillness of the divine that we know is our truth. And when we consciously go to that place, and we can choose to do it any moment of our life, at any moment, we can stop and say, wait a minute, I can take a deep breath. I can feel the divine moving in, around, and through me. And I am safe, and I am well, and I am whole. And I radiate that forth in my being, right here and right now. And I can just be. And when I am in that state of awareness, right, that consciousness flows out, it radiates from the inner depths of my being, and it flows out into everyone around me. All right, so I invite you to do that too. Any moment you're feeling anxiety, fear, lack of safety, even lack of abundance, right? Feeling out of control, we can always go back to that safe place. You know, and that's the message that so many of our mystical leaders have carried through the ages. I'm thinking of Jesus right now, but you know, he was a human being that had a human life and a human journey. He also had a spiritual journey, and he came to a place in his life where he was subjected to intense suffering and what today we would call persecution and bullying, right? And he died on the cross. And what was his message? The resurrection was, my life is eternal. That was my body, that was my personality, but it's not who I am. All right, and that principle, that spiritual principle, it's the essence of all true spiritual traditions. Ramana Maharshi said the same thing. He was a Hindu mystic. He died in 1950. And he had one spiritual practice for his followers. Ask the deep question, who am I? And if we meditate on that question long enough, we come to the realization of the truth of who we are. That I am this eternal being. I am not this body. I am more than this body. More than. All right. So as we embark on the new year, and as you sit here with your paper for the next few minutes and think about what are my intentions for 2025, I invite you to think first about what is my spiritual intention, and how will that flow forth from me and through me into the manifestation of my worldly life. So thank you.
On the envelope, put your home address, because what we're going to do is at the end of the year, we're going to mail these out to you. Okay? So on the envelope, put your home address.
so with these new intentions, I had an idea of what we were doing for the talk, and I thought, I don't have a song that matches this talk exactly, and there should be a song that matches this talk exactly, about just the newness and setting new intentions. And so I challenged myself this week to write a song that fit the talk. And I'm going to bravely try to play it for the first time a few days after writing it. So this is called Just One New Thought Away. And so you're familiar with it now because I just kind of played it as you were setting your intentions. I release, no need to hold. The past is written, the story told. I wonder what it would look like if I could turn the page. I wonder what it would feel like if I embrace the change. I surrender now and leave behind earthly burdens of my weary mind. I surrender now, I let this go. Stepping into universal flow. A new start, a new day, a new perspective, a new ways, a new heart, a new grace, a new intention to co-create, a new year, a new vibe, a new expression, a new life. I am just one new thought away from changing my mind. I am just one new thought away from changing my life. A new start, a new day, a new perspective, a new way, a new heart, a new grace, a new intention to co-create, a new year, a new vibe, a new expression, a new life. I am just one new thought away from changing my mind. I am just one new thought away from changing my mind. I'm trusting the tides I am swimming through. I'm trusting my guides, fully in tune. My intuition is leading the way. In the silence, I begin to pray for a new start, a new day, a new impression to co-create, a new life, a new way, a new perspective, a new grace, a new year, a new vibe, a new
Divine creativity at work. Thank you, Ginger.
Yes, thanks for
Um,
letting me try that one on.
Yeah. Um, just standing in peace here for a minute because I get overwhelmed sometimes at the synchrony that happens here at CCL, and especially with the musicians. And Ginger is one of them, of course, but it happens with all of them. And I really stand in awe of the way the divine moves through the music and the lyrics that come through our musicians, and how they synchronize with the message of the day. In fact, often they determine the message of the day, because I'll just give them a very generalized topic, and this happens every week with Ginger, and she comes with a set list that is just perfect, and then my talk just flows right into it. So it feels like it's beyond me. You know, it's orchestrated from beyond. It's divine. And that, of course, was a perfect example. And I can tell you that Ginger does a lot of deep inner spiritual work because she's in our practitioner program, and not only because of that, it's because of who she is. And so that divine expression is just flowing forth for our benefit. So thank you, Ginger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for allowing me.
Okay, so as our musicians offer themselves to us, and as Ginger is doing that today, we are each offering ourselves to each other, are we not? Right? Just by our being, just our presence. You know, so when we are in that place of inner stillness, we radiate love to each other, right? And that's our gift, really, to the world. And that's what I was referring to earlier about, you know, in the presence of these conflagrations that are happening in our environment, whatever it is, whether it's political or a fire or something else happening in the world, floods, there's always that place of stillness. So we can be that for each other, and that really, truly is our offering. And we are at the offertory part of our service, so remembering that, you know, abundance, including financial abundance, really is from our inner heart, whatever it is. Money is just a form of energy, you know, so what are we giving? We're giving our love and our creativity and the divinity that's flowing through us. So thank you.
Please join me in reading the offertory blessing found in your bulletin. Thank you, God, for this abundance that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I do receive.
Thank you, Mark. And I would invite you, if you've finished your intentions and closed the envelope, I invite you to put it in the offertory basket with your name and address. And as Reverend Paul had mentioned, we will mail them back to you next year as a reminder. And they will have been prayed over for a full year by our prayer practitioners. And if you're doing this exercise on Zoom, I invite you to do the same thing, but you can drop them in the mail. CCL's mailing address is on our website, and just mail it to us, and we will hold it with the others and mail it back to you. Okay, thank you.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We express deep gratitude and profound appreciation for these gifts and these tithes and these stated intentions of our community members today. And that includes all of you on Zoom as well. We know that these offerings are offerings of the inner essence of abundance, which is a divine quality, a divine truth. And we know, each and every one of us, that abundance is ours in copious, infinite, radiant amounts of joy and gratitude and love. And in that spirit of gratitude and appreciation, please join with me and say thank you, and so it is.
Thank you.
And so it is.
As you all know, this is my absolute favorite part of the service. And I know there are a couple people here for the first time. So if you wouldn't mind standing up, and if you don't want to, it's fine. You do not have to. So this blessing is for you, okay? So I want you to just receive, okay? Now, I also want to invite, can you stand? If you can't, you can sit. Angelo and Stephanie to stand. Angelo is rehabbing from a stroke. And he's been on the prayer list with Stephanie, and she wanted us to thank us all for our prayers because they work. They've both been on the prayer list for a while, and you will be back on the prayer list this week. So, God bless. If you will repeat after me, soak this in, guys. Soak this in. Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community.
We open ourselves to you in love.
We open ourselves to you in love.
We recognize the perfection of God within you.
We recognize the perfection of God within you.
We celebrate the joyous being that you are.
We celebrate the joyous being that you are.
You are a radiant point of light.
You are a radiant point of light.
We are blessed by your presence.
We are blessed by your presence.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Yeah, we switched things up a little today. So, again, not following the program, but that's okay. It's an intention to not follow the program. Maybe it is. It's okay. Maybe we don't need a program. We just need to be ourselves, right? So, announcements. We just have a few this morning, but first, expressions of deep gratitude. First of all, for Ginger. Ginger had a big gig last night, and she stepped in at the last minute. So thank you, Ginger, for always have CCL's best interest at heart. You know, and she brought her strings today instead of her keys. It's always wonderful to see her versatility. Reverend Paul, of course, my partner here in the services and in the ministry, and Reverend Catherine is our senior minister, behind the scenes a lot, but she's here with us. And I want to make sure I don't forget anybody. Our Zoom minister, Reverend Ken, he is on Zoom really interacting with our Zoom community. And there is a little Zoom chat that happens after service, which is quite interesting. And Reverend Ken moderates that. So thank you, Reverend Ken. And his wife, Renee, is with him as well. So thank you, Renee. Jody, thank you for the beautiful altar. Jody volunteers for a lot of our events in different ways, and she always brings her creativity with her. Setup, we had Bob this morning, and Harmony stepped in. Thank you, Harmony. We're so glad you're back. Welcome back. Lynn and Mark Young, becoming experienced ushers now. I think this is your third time, right? But thank you for stepping up in that role. And Michelle, of course, with refreshments. Thank you, Michelle. Media. Marty is feeling under the weather today, so he's not here, but he is our team leader. And Keith is stepping up. He is learning the media team because, you know, we've been a little thin on personnel, so Keith has moved away from the camera and he's getting into the heavy-duty stuff. Thank you, Keith. And Wayne is behind the scenes, again on Zoom, and he may also be managing the pastoral support, I'm not sure, but thank you, Wayne. And Norman has stepped in this morning. Thank you, Norman. Norman is a photographer in his own right. He's very experienced at camera work, so thank you for that. And our media specialist, Roz, is here for another week. Thank you. One of the reasons things are going so much better is because, you know, Roz really does this work professionally, so we're having a lot less problems in our sound and video. So thank you. Just a couple of other things. CCL has a lot of different social media sites, and they're actually all linked under one master link. So you can go into our newsletter, and if you don't get our newsletter, it comes out Thursday or Friday of every week. You can sign up for it. Right outside that door out there, there is a sign-up sheet, and you can find out about our events that are coming up. We do announce them here, but if you're not here every Sunday, you can always check our newsletter for anything that's coming up or anything big that's happening here at CCL. So check that master link, because that'll take you to our YouTube site, to Instagram, to Facebook, everywhere. What else did I want to tell you about? Just deep gratitude to Holly Myers and Supriya and Keith for the beautiful tribute last week for Mia Kelly. We're in such deep gratitude. It was such a fun party, too. Mia loved to party, and they really went above and beyond. And, of course, Holly has been Mia's friend and caregiver and supporter for many, many years. And any of you who have been in that role knows the deep dedication and the love that goes with that. So just thank you, Holly, for your love and care. And one last announcement, something very exciting, and we've announced it a few times, but CCL is starting a choir. And initially the idea came about because one of our board members, Jane Hobson, who is here almost every week, but she's not here today, but she really wanted to sing, right? So that's why we're doing more singing, and we're asking the musicians to really invite all of you to sing, and we're making sure that we have lyrics every week for those of you that do like to sing. So the next step is we have just stumbled upon a music fellowship. And we can tell you more about that another time, but it just came as a gift to us. And so we have an internationally known musician named Myra Maud, and she will be coming here in February. She is she's out of the country right now, but she'll be coming here, and we are going to start planning and working with her in the next week or so to create a choir. She is a vocalist and a musician and a performer, and so everything is coming together because we have this interest within our community for a choir, and now we're going to have a music fellow. And we're really grateful to a local family foundation, and we'll tell you more about that at another time, to really provide us with this opportunity to expand the divine creativity that is flowing through all of us here at CCL. So Harmony is in the back holding up to remind me to tell you that there's a sign-up sheet. If you're interested in being in the choir, just put your name and contact information on that sign-up sheet. And if you're with us on Zoom and you'd like to be part of the choir, you can always contact the office. All right, and that's, that information, that contact information is in our newsletter, and it's also on our website. So that's it for announcements, and thank you, everyone, and let's... Oh, sorry. Yes, I always forget something. That's why I need friends around to help. Next week, we're having a new guest speaker, Corinne Zobko, and she is a Course in Miracles teacher, and she's fairly well-renowned. She's written a book about you know, how connecting with the universal spiritual principles in the Course can really help us to be in a place of peace and deal with any feelings that we have that are not peaceful, specifically anxiety. And of course, anxiety is a form of fear. But she is a very accomplished speaker and a lovely person. She has been here at CCL the last time that John Mundy was here, and he is a very well-known Course in Miracles teacher. She accompanied him when he was here speaking and doing his workshop. So she is coming here for the first time next week, and I invite you all to be at service and really partake of her wisdom and her beautiful personality. And Reverend Ken will be here as well. She is a colleague of Reverend Ken, so he'll be here in person. So I invite you to be here as well. Thank you. This is why I need help. It's like noon prayer. Yes, just a reminder that I conduct prayer Tuesday through Friday from 12 to 1. And especially in these times of uncertainty, if you're seeking some peace and some harmony, come to noon prayer. All right, the link is in your newsletter, so just check your newsletter, click the link. It takes you right into the Zoom room, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Thank you.
And the circle is closed. Ready, guys? 2, 3, 4. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be, with God as our power, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
So let's breathe in that peace, that perfection, that divinity that we know is the larger part of us, that we are connected to, that we are in the flow of. Giving thanks for this beautiful opportunity to come together, to love, to support, to raise our consciousness, to remember the magnificence of who we are, to remember the magnificence who all of us are. Giving thanks for this beautiful organization, CCL. Giving thanks for the beautiful consciousnesses that are here, that support this beautiful organization. Giving thanks for Reverend Christina's talk today, setting that intention for the year of exactly what we want in our co-creation with the divine. Giving thanks for this service, uplifting us through this week, reminding us of this beautiful life that we live, the magnificence of who we are, and the divine within. And until we meet next week, we say, and so it is.
Ending on a high note here. Let us affirm that something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in my feelings. Life is in all of my activities.
Life is in all of my activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
I share it.
I share it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I accept it.
And I accept it.
How do I accept it?
Just the way it is.
And thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Accepting all of these gifts, we say yes. Thank you, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.